this video, we're going to show you how to make this Dresden block. It is so easy and so fun to do. And the little star in the middle is dimensional. And you'll just love it. And the pattern is $1 on our website. And I hope you enjoy this. Now I'm cutting out my large points. I've Xeroxed my pattern and I put it on top of my fabrics that's like 1/6 of a yard. And I just stack them and pin it, and then I hand cut it. You can rotary cut it, but it's so easy also just to scissor cut it. And I've done 2 of pink and 2 of the blue for this particular color scheme, but you can do scrap, you can make them all different, it doesn't matter. And then the same is true. Now this is a little harder to rotary cut because it has a rounded top, but I just fold the fabric back and forth, you know, many layers. So I'm not cutting each one out individually. I'll just put my paper pattern on top and just cut it out. Now begin by folding this part, the long sides together, right sides together, and sew across the top, and then clip the little corner so you won't have bulk in that corner. And then you're going to turn it right side out like this and press it so that this seam goes right down the middle and that it's a nice point like this. Okay, then you're going to take your other part and fold it long sides together. Press. I don't press it because it's too hard to take the crease out, which is not in your finished block, but lay the folded part across these long sides and they should exactly fit. There's a little, it's trimmed off here, but your 1/4 of an inch will bring that point right to the edge. Okay, and then you put 2 together like this, and then so we're using 1/4 of an inch seam, and I like to put the whole thing together, like the points and the whole thing, and then sew 1/4 of an inch, and then do the next one right there, and then you're gonna just put another one along this edge and sew down, okay, like that. I'll show you the next step. Now we did 4, and then we did another 4, and then we put the folded center thing on those edges and sewed it together across like that. Okay, now a really important part of this is pressing these the star, and I like to put something up like this. This way I didn't want to crease it or press it when I folded it and put it in the seam, because you don't want that crease in there. But you've got to be able to get that star so that the seam here is right in the middle of that. So I use a stick to just center it and make sure that this is open, the point is open, and then I'll press it. Okay, and it looks really cool. And then we'll show you how to do the middle. Okay, then this is a really cool way to do the center. We're going to use freezer paper, really easy to find in your grocery store, and you cut out your pattern for the center, and you put it on top of the center fabric, like the shiny side down, and press it, and it sticks. Like, it's not real sticky, but it will hold beautifully while you cut it around, like add your 1/4 inch seam. Then I'm going to cut in just little snips, not quite to the paper. Then I'm going to take a glue stick and just go along the edge and fold these little tabs down. You just get the coolest shape, nice round shape. I'm doing this instead of, usually I stack 2 pieces of fabric and turn it through 1 layer slit, but this is going to give me a really nice applique flat look, which is what I'm going for, kind of a traditional Dresden. So I'm going to go all the way around, and then we'll show you how to apply it to our block. Now I've pinned it in place so it's nice and centered, and with a single thread I'm going to blind stitch. And blind stitch is pretty simple. You're going to come up on the fold of your center circle and go down into your block fabric, and then come up just about maybe 1/4 inch or smaller, and catch that fold again. Just a applique stitch. You just want to make sure you go back down right next to where it comes up. That way it's just a tiny stitch showing on the top. Okay, and then I'm just going to finish going around. Now I can see where the stitches were caught on the back, and that will help me trim out the center. Then kind of grab that paper, you have to kind of get it started under the glue, and just pull it out. Come right out, and you don't have that rattly paper sound, and it just turns out great. So cute. Now I'm going to place my Dresden plate on top of another fabric, your background fabric, and because the edges are all finished, very simple to blind stitch around the outside of your Dresden plate. I would just put lots of pins to hold it flat, and this just comes out darling because the little star center is dimensional. We've got to have our dimensions in there, don't we? And I hope you enjoy this.